Hello everybody, I am Crystal. Today we are going to be testing some C-Color cosmetics. So what I've gathered about this brand so far is that they make dupes for higher end brands, and they do things from like Natasha Denona, Kat Von D, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Jeffree Star, Too Faced, and as you click on the products, it shows you what it's duping. So today we are going to be playing with the Kat Von D Contour Kit dupe from C-Color. I stuck my nail in it, opening it on accident. What I did really like is that the covers that come on top of this aren't just on top of it, but it's sealed to the palette, so you know if it's been opened or not, and I love that. Definitely nice and clean. We have the Tropical Natasha Denona dupe right here, and I've swatched some of the shades. I couldn't help myself. So that's that one, and they all have mirrors in them, which I love. There's this one. This is also a Natasha Denona dupe. This one is called Twilight from C-Color. And then we have an Anastasia Beverly Hills dupe, the highlighter. This one doesn't have a mirror in it, so I lied, I'm sorry. I thought they all had a mirror. So we have done foundation, concealer, and setting powder. We are just gonna do brows real quick. I'm just gonna use my not Natasha Denona, Colourpop eyebrow pencil. And I'm just going to, and this is in the shade nothing, because there's nothing on there that says anything. I believe it's dark brown. It's one of my favorite eyebrow pencils because it's the perfect texture of cream and wax, I feel like, and you can't beat the price at like $6 or $7. Doll hairs. So we're gonna try to do an eyeshadow look today with the C-Color, and we're gonna use, excuse my watery eyes. I don't know why that always happens. It must be allergy season. So this blends beautifully, this eyebrow pencil. It really does. My eyebrows are like all weird right now just because I'm not exactly close enough to the mirror to see. But we're gonna get something out of this brow, I'll tell you that. Okay. I just lightly fill in. I don't do anything like exaggerating. And I just follow my brow hairs. Oh my gosh, you guys, these watery eyes are killing me. This always happens to me, and now I'm gonna have to fix my powder in my under eye area. Thankfully, my eyeshadow will cover that area when I drag it down there. Okay. Yeah, definitely allergies here. So here's brow number 2. And I've also been testing out the Kylie Jenner straightener. I look kind of weird. I feel like I look weird because with straight hair, I'm not used to seeing myself with straight hair. Okay, there we go. And then I just throw some brow gel in my brows just to keep them in place. I use the MAC gel, the MAC brow gel, the clear. And I just run it through my brows just to keep them in place. And it actually, I like this because it doesn't leave your brows like that crunchy feeling. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That like crunchy brow feeling. Ugh, don't like that. All right, there we go. Now we are going to start off with the contour palette from C-Color. Now this is the Kat Von D dupe. This retails for Let me get it up here for you guys real quick. I'm never prepared, you guys. Never prepared. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bother me so badly. Oh well, we'll be all right. All right, let's. All right, just give me 1 second to get to this price. Everything on here is pretty much $10 to $8. Like, they have some collections where you can get more things for a more expensive price. Oh, they also have a Milk makeup pore filler stick for $4, excuse me, $4. Let me get to this contour. Okay, so yes, this contour was $8 for this whole palette. $8, you guys. We're gonna check it out and see how it works. I'm always usually the lightest shade, and because that's actually a cool tone, I'm actually gonna try it out and see how it works. And I'm going to use my Baddington contour brush. Doesn't have like any shade names on there or anything, so we're just gonna go in with this color and we're just gonna tap our brush in there. Okay, so there's not really any kickback. It's very, oh, that powder is like silky smooth, like silk. All right, tap off excess. I like to blend my contour as I go. Because I have such a circular face, I do like to bring it down quite far. And I use a very, very light hand. So far, I actually really like this. It's blending out beautifully and so easily. It's actually working beautifully. And I do have her other Kat Von D contour, her actual Kat Von D contour shade. And I have to tell you guys, like, this compared to this is the actual Kat Von D, and this is the lightest shade palette. So this one is the actual Kat Von D, and then this one is the C color. It's the powder alone is so much smoother. I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's so much smoother than this powder. And I just take my contour down my neck a little bit. Gives it that more natural blend. Like, you know, I'm not really supposed to have a double chin, you know. All right, now I'm just gonna clean this off on my towel right here. And finish blending. And then I just take my sponge that I used with my foundation and I just kind of tap in the rest to blend better. Okay, let's take it down the nose. And most of the time I just use the same brush, just easier. I have to say, you guys, I'm really liking this powder, like a lot. There's no kickback in the pan at all whatsoever that you can see. And because that's the shade that I'm using, there's no kickback at all. It's pigmented, but it's very easily blended, like so easy. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm just gonna take my MAC 217. It's actually like a real hair brush. Let me tap that off. Gosh, you guys, this powder is really, really pigmented and so soft. Like, I cannot get over how soft it feels. Like, it's silky. I don't know why my nose right here always looks like it goes that way. It doesn't. Oh well, let's bye-bye bump. Let's bye-bye thing that looks like a bump. Gotta get rid of you. All right. Alrighty. We will bronze up the forehead and stuff in a little bit after we do the eyes. Okay. So, I have never been a blue eyeshadow kind of girl. It has always made me look, in my head, in my opinion, like a streetwalker. And this palette also retails for $10. Yes, $10 on C Color Cosmetics. I really, really want to do a blue, but I really have to run errands today, so I'm not going to do a blue. I really want to use this green shade right here though. This ice green. Let me swatch it for you guys. This ice green is gorgeous. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. Love that shade. I really, really want to use that shade. Okay, yeah, we're using that shade. These shades do not have names. Let me check the backs before I'm lying here. Yeah, there's no shade names. So, I think, let me go ahead and put primer. Primer. Cannot do nothing without primer. And I'm just using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Never fails me. It really neutralizes the red and the skin that I have on my lids. And I just tap it on and then I blend it with a brush. Just like a nice, thick, dense brush. I actually used an AOA brush from Miss A for it because it works so well with this. Alright, and we're just going to take the AOA E2 and blend that everywhere to make sure my whole eye is covered. Alright. Now we're gonna go in with the transition shade first, and I just cleaned my MAC 217 and I'm just gonna use that again quickly for transition shades. You know what? Let's go right into this brown right here. This like camel brown. We're gonna go right into that just a little bit. Coated the brush nicely. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna, because my eyes are hooded, I'm gonna create the illusion that my crease is a little higher. And I have not used these eyeshadows yet. And it's not sponsored. Bought these with my own money. Wow. That has so much color payoff and blended like a dream. All right, you guys, these C-Color Cosmetics are in the game. Let me just tell you that they are in the game. Wow. All right, so I just like kind of having a darker neutral tone under bright colors. Okay, so that blended out in literally no time. So we are going to take a packer brush. I'm just going to use my Crown 509 brush. And sorry, you guys. I'm going to go into that icy green shade, and I'm going to go into it dry first just to see the color payoff that I get. Got a fuzz on my brush. Okay. All right. I'm going in dry, guys. Ready? For going in dry the first time, that's pretty good. And don't mind my finger, you guys. I burnt the hell out of myself on the straightener today. Yeah, fun times. Okay, so I'm not in person and like in real life here in my mirror. I have a nice, it's pretty, it's there. We'll say that. It's there, definitely in person. I mean, on camera too. But now I'm just gonna wet it a little bit before I try my finger. I'm just taking some Fix Plus, sprayed my brush. And we're gonna see what that does. That color is beautiful. That is a gorgeous shade. I'm just gonna wet my brush once more and go in with the other eye just straight wet, just to see the difference from dry to wet. And I just tap it along my whole lid.